Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about an argument or some sort of hiccup, and it's likely between friends or a romantic pair. And the issue here is I don't know that there is long term here, right? I don't know if I could continue being your friend. I don't know if I'm interested in a relationship. The 10 of Spheres or 10 of Pentacles is in the reverse. And this is something that we talk about, like, being able to live a life with somebody or even somebody that is so close you consider them family, right? But the Knight of Pentacles being in the reverse represents some sort of like the rug gets pulled out from underneath you. And now you're just kind of looking at this person like, I don't know about you. Maybe they're looking at you like that. But I think it's you looking at them like that. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a good day so far. Hello, April. Hello, Key Controller. If you would like a personal reading, my email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. Thank you to those of you that have been saying the kind things that you do after the readings. I appreciate you. And if you're looking to join the memberships for the channel, you can get extra shorts, videos, live streams, and even a monthly 3-card pull. The link is down below underneath my email address. Hey, James, how are you doing? Hello, daughter of Saturn. How's it going? Let's dive in. We'll start with the Marigold Tarot. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Ugh, the Moon in the reverse. And the Three of Swords in the reverse. Okay, this is like Neo in the Matrix, like when the bullets are going by. You are about to, or you have just dodged a bullet that could be like a narcissist or I don't know, somebody who likes to do spell work, because you've got the Queen of Wands in the reverse and the Moon in the reverse. That's a pretty dark energy, okay? This is somebody who likes to take other people down with them, or they like to influence people in a negative way. So apply that to your situation. If it's a friendship, they're probably trying to mess with your life, maybe even messing with your relationship, right? If you are pursuing or they are pursuing you romantically, this is somebody who likes to play games. They like to keep people on the back burner. They're very invested in terms of how much external validation can I get to make up for the fact that I don't have any of my own actual self-esteem. So I feel you pick up on this energy and you're like, I know what you are. So there's an argument or some sort of, like I said, a hiccup, right? Maybe you call them out. Maybe you ask them why they said what they said or why they did what they did, and they look at you like you don't have any right to question them. I feel like they don't deal well with this. You're not necessarily one to like seek out conflict, but you're not afraid of it either. And so by kind of pressing a little bit on the like pain point, you wanted to see how this person would react. We've got the Lovers and the High Priestess. This is funny. I don't know why. I feel like you're one of those people that's like, okay, guess which hand? And there's nothing in either hand. And this person's like so convinced that they're going to be able to convince or to like manipulate you. They don't realize that both choices are bad. I'm not sure if that means you are returning in kind in terms of having a little bit of fun with manipulation yourself. Be careful with that. But I do think that you're asking a question or you're creating a situation where this person has to make a choice. And the way they approach this, the way they communicate with you, whatever they do, I think you have a suspicion that it's going to lead to an ending with this 10 of Swords. It's like asking a question you already know the answer to, right? Like, let's see if you lie. That kind of thing. So maybe you know what your best friend did last summer. Maybe you have a suspicion that somebody is lying about their intentions here for a good time instead of a long time, that kind of thing. but you're onto it. And it's with the Three of Swords in the reverse, it's because you know how to protect yourself from people that do not want to be good to you. I hope work is good for you today, James. Hello, Brad. How are you doing? Page of Cups, Page of Swords in the reverse, and Death. That's what I'm saying. This Lovers card, this is about a choice. I know a lot of people see this and they think, oh, it's somebody you're doing, or oh, it's your soulmate. It can be. But this is a choice. I feel like this is, how do I explain this? It's like, I care about you. I think you're nice, but I don't know if I can trust you. So we're going to give you, what do they say? Enough rope to hang yourself. I hate that saying, but this is like, we'll see what you do with the kindness that I extend to you. I have a suspicion that you're going to take advantage of it. And that's why we also have this Page of Cups. It's like you offer something. It's like when you think maybe your friend is a klepto. So, I mean, I wouldn't recommend this approach, but you're like, here, borrow my favorite shirt, knowing they may not give it back. It's a little bit of a test, whatever this is. And the Page of Swords in the reverse indicates this person fails spectacularly. It's like red flag, red alert. You just know, okay, so based on that, I can tell that maybe I need to distance myself, that maybe you aren't who you said you are, or your motivations are different. Because remember, the moon was in the reverse. This is somebody who's being secretive or someone who doesn't want you to know what their goal is. Hello, Third Eye. I'm glad you got my reference. That scene with Jennifer Love Hewitt where she extends her arms and she's like, what are you waiting for? And she's like screaming into the air and like spinning around. It lives rent-free in my head, okay? Any opportunity to say it, and I will. All right, so we've got the King of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. You, my friends, are emotionally mature. Does it ever get lonely? It's like if emotional maturity were also like represented or like somehow correlated to height, you would be the person who was like 7'1" in a stadium that everybody hates because they can't see their favorite singer because you're too tall and you're blocking them. So don't let it go to your head. But it's going to make things more difficult when you interact with people, right? Because what might fool others does not fool you. And so therefore you have a lot of start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. Because it's like, okay, well, I thought we were friends, but then you did this. And those manipulations or those games don't work on you. You're going to be the type with the Ace of Swords to call them out, have a conflict, or, you know, ask for an explanation. And it often leads to Eight of Cups, walking away. Because people will lie to you and they don't expect you to pick up on the fact that they're lying. Isn't that the worst? When they just feel like you'll believe whatever they tell you? And they don't realize that you're picking up on those clues or that you have very strong intuition, or in some cases, you already know the truth before you ask them the question. Hi, Grant. How are you doing? I'm a perishable good. Hey, wait. Didn't the Twinkies also perish, though, in that? Was that Simpsons or Rick and Morty? Ooh. I should not be confusing those in my brain. Maybe it was both? I feel like there was like an End of Times episode. I think it was The Simpsons. And they're like, Twinkies! But I think they were... Twinkies really aren't that good, though. Swiss rolls were it. Projected. Future days, weeks, months, and happiness. See, you're not letting this get you down, though, because even if you do have somebody that, I don't know, you're rejecting, or maybe the friendship is just not really where you thought it was going to be, there's something here that is making you like more cheerful than normal. You might have some good news that you already know. And I don't know, nice paycheck, or you got a vacation, or I don't know, you're changing jobs and you can't wait to say goodbye for the last time to that crappy boss that you have. There's something here where you're like, shit's about to get better. I'm excited. It's going to get better. And that makes you all the more protective of your energy. I'm not going to let somebody into my sphere that is a Queen of Wands in the reverse, Moon in the reverse. Oh, that's perfect. What is a Queen of Wands in the reverse, Moon in the reverse, you ask? This. Drama queen. Raise your hand if you like drama queens. I don't see any hands. You've dealt with enough people that fit that title that you've gotten more comfortable spending time on your own, or maybe more comfortable having those conversations that other people tend to avoid. So I think you're telling someone that you're not interested in romantically, or someone that you're not looking to maintain a friendship with, that this just ain't it for you. You're focused on what's going to make you happy. And I think you also know that the more reserved you are with your energy, the fewer people you share it with. It's like you power up the blessings that you get. You're not going to waste things. You're not going to waste your energy. Let's see. This is the Meta Muse. Hi, Carl. How are you? Hello, Deborah. How's your day? Hello, Pharaoh. I like to make drama for queens. You're funny. Are you the drama queen, Matt? Uh-oh. That might be problematic. We've got the High Priestess. Ooh. See, here's the thing. You are this High Priestess, regardless of what your gender is. Remember, it's just energy that I'm reading, right? And you have this ability to maintain peace or happiness. Like, you're good on your own. And then when other people come waltzing in and they have energy that doesn't really match yours, they can throw that off. So I feel like for you, it's as good as having one of those little, like the little fences that would zap a dog if they crossed over into like the driveway or the road. This is like when people try to enter your territory. If they have this drama queen energy, you're like, something doesn't smell right. What is that? What is that? I think you kind of surprise this person because you move quickly. Knight of Wands is fast-moving energy. They were expecting to play games with you a little bit more. They were expecting to get more of what they wanted out of the situation, whatever that might be. Dating, maybe they wanted you to pay for things. Maybe, they wanted naked time. Friendships, I'm seeing that for some of you, we've got a cloud chaser, someone who knows that you are connected where they want to be connected. So if I pretend to be your friend, then I can get in, They're focused on something that they want, that they feel like you can give them, and not expecting you to be able to pick up on that and just like cut and run. So when you end things, I think this person may struggle to speak for a little bit. They may be a little speechless. Because I think you're dealing with somebody that is used to getting away with whatever it is that their approach is. Manipulative, no doubt. Six of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. To you, this person's already in your past. You're like, whatever. You're ready for change. You're ready for something different. And with the Wheel of Fortune, this is also indicative that you're, like I said, with that sunflower, you're going to be getting good things in your life. There are things that are starting to look better, or maybe even surprise you a little bit in terms of how different things feel now than they did a year ago or 2 years ago. And if you're smart, and I think you are, you know that when you have abundance coming to you, or if you have good things in your life, you don't share them with people that want to take advantage of you. So I think you're doing a real good job of making sure nobody gets into your energy that doesn't deserve to be. Chariot and the Emperor. But the Emperor is in the reverse. You make them so mad. They want to chase after you. Okay, but I don't know why we keep getting this kind of energy, but it's like somebody who can't handle rejection. They don't like that you're not willing to like play ball with them. And it's like they're torn. Maybe I should just like give up because you clearly aren't going to let me have what I want. But at the same time, like I'm used to winning. So you might see like a little bit of strange behavior or not really sure what they want to do. It's because they really are a shocked Pikachu. They're not used to this. They're not used to people calling them out because they usually draw people in that are low vibrational, and you're healed. You have this energy that I think draws people in, and maybe they underestimate you a little bit. And then they find out that you're like a glacier, right? Only the top part is exposed. There's quite a lot of depth there. And that's where what do they say? Rubber meets the road. That's where you can note the difference between others that are on the same type of path or know who they are and, you know, drama queens. Did I say hello to Carl? For a night or two at a time? Carl, you ho. I'm just kidding. Don't be mad at me. Hello, face. How are you doing? Like an onion. Yes, Matt. That's from Shrek, right? I should really see that again. Didn't they have like a new one come out too recently? Or like in the last couple years? Princess of Cups. So we had that up here as well. That's the Page of Cups, Five of Swords, and the Hanged Man. Someone wants to get you to reconsider. So you did something to kind of like test the waters, or you were able to kind of see through what they were saying. They thought you were really kind, or they thought you were really genuine. They didn't expect you to be so perceptive. After things happen, after you basically communicate, hey, I don't think this is going to work out, they want to do something here to pull you back in. What can I do to get your attention again? What can I do to get you to see me in a different light? So be cautious. I think many of you, you're going to just be like, what's changed since 30 minutes ago? You're still a drama queen, right? But, you know, they really hate losing. I don't know. You might be a little bit amused by it, actually. All right. This is the Love Oracle. Devery, you crack me up. Hello, Carrie. How are you? Hello, Upper Echelon. Matt, I'm glad to hear it. We've got withdrawn, single, lonely, solitary, and beauty, charming, graceful, and kind-hearted. So this is your energy, clearly, because again, it's like you have a bouncer. I say it probably too often, but you must be this tall to ride this ride. You have figured out this person does not understand how to engage with you, right? Like this is someone who's playing games and you're not interested, but they were so focused on how attractive you are or how kind you are. They didn't actually think that maybe you would be like taking notes, like this person sucks. Let's see if they do this. Like they didn't think you would pick up so quickly, or maybe even at all, on their manipulative ways. Thank you, Pharaoh. Crazy. A lot of people are, to be fair. Chemistry. Attraction, spark, passion, intuition, heart song, telepathy, and inner knowing. So what really helps you navigate these difficult waters with people that you can't trust is your intuition. You might feel attracted to somebody, you might feel a spark, you might think that you have a lot in common, but you want to make sure that there's actually this intuitive connection, right? It's more than just that surface level, right? Um, so if people don't make you feel seen, then you're not interested in trying to chase that, right? You're not going to force a round peg into a square hole. Hello, Aqua Beauty. How are you doing, hon? Key controller, what are you talking about? A bit chill out. It's like only 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, of course, I think you're across the pond, aren't you? You did say, ring me, like, you know, no American says that. Foundation and chasing. So what's really helpful for you is there's been a focus in, I don't know, the last several months or the last several years for some of you, where maybe you've reconnected with family, maybe you've just been more focused on work, trying to get your own place, make things seem more settled. Not in a like you don't have any fun kind of way, but you don't want to rely on other people. So when there are people that you encounter who want to be toxic, when you have that security and that stability all on your own, and emotionally you're fine to reject people and be single instead of always having to feel like you have to choose someone, this makes you able to avoid the drama queen. So I feel like you're starting to kind of like flex your muscles a little bit. You're like, yeah, that's right. I avoided that. See that toxic spill over there? Yeah, I avoided it. All right, what else do we have? Beginnings, try again, new directions, start over. Remember, we had the Fool card. It's real easy to think that just means I'm calling someone stupid, but this is about new beginnings. This is saying I'm not afraid of things that might be a little uncomfortable. I'm not afraid of some disruption. I'm not afraid of starting over. So I'm going to let go of the situations from my past or, the people that I can't trust and focus on the things that are real. This is the Tarot of the Nile. Would you like to join me for tea and crumpets? Crumpets are actually really tasty. Well, I don't know if I had like real crumpets. It was like an international grocery store, so I'm pretty sure it was a British brand. But shockingly, very similar to an English muffin. I wonder why. Yeah, James, I don't have time to like be angry. I'd rather be laughing. But you've also seen me like shut somebody down, haven't you? You are, girl? Good luck. We've got the Devil. The 2 Cups in the reverse. You guys, Spirit is funny today. Well, they're funny every day, but straight up saying you're breaking up with the devil. Isn't there like a million good songs like Devil Woman? You've been dealing with, and I feel like this is more than one person, okay? Probably multiple incarnations or iterations, versions of the same type of energy, that drama queen energy. What can I do to, show you like the softer side? And then once you start to be my friend or start to date me, kind of show that more manipulative side and be very controlling for some of you. There might have been some jealousy issues with the Queen of Wands being in the reverse, but you know what this looks like now. So the 2 of Cups is in the reverse because you wanted to get away from that. You reject somebody or you end the friendship. That ain't my bag. Ace of Cups in the reverse, and the King of Pentacles. It's because of your willingness to not get caught up in friendships or connections that would be stagnant, that you're able to purpose or like use the energy that you have access to in a very effective way. So it helps you with regards to your money, your stability, your job situation, maybe even just like mental health, right? More so, we would associate that with like cups or water energy. But I feel like this King of Pentacles, a big part of it is if I don't have to worry about what you're doing or what kind of drama you're starting, then I'm able to get so much more done. So stability, security, very important theme. Hello, Juliet. How are you doing? Hello, Thor. Thor, I need you to send me an email so I can send you your personal reading, please. My email is in the description box below. I don't know why we're talking about people who are gay. Are you cool? Is everything fine? Oh, okay. I'm sorry I've scared you. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, maybe I can just give one away to somebody else. Yeah, no problem, Juliet. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Toby. How are you doing? Oops. Sorry, guys. So we've got the Five of Swords in the reverse and Death in the reverse. Yeah, I don't think they're going to take very kindly to your desire to end this or walk away. It's interesting to see that we have the Five of Swords, which this is a card that often talks about sabotage. It can be self-sabotage, but it can also be trying to mess with somebody else, right? Get in the middle of somebody's relationship or cause some drama for a social group. But you're not susceptible to that. You're not as willing to buy into certain things or situations where they would be able to take advantage of you. However it is that they wanted to do that. So they're trying to do something here to make it so that you don't end the friendship or end the flirtation, but I don't see it being successful. Hello, Christina. How are you doing? Thank you. King of Wands and Justice. So the King of Wands is about taking charge of a situation. But it's interesting because this King of Wands is like more stationary than most and feels like they're like defending their turf, right? Like, again, that bouncer energy kind of coming through. But it's because with Justice, I think you're much better now at picking up on the red flags. You might do pros and cons. You might be a little bit quicker to, I don't know, cut people off or just not really pursue things. You're more selective. That's all. Three of Pentacles and the reverse. And the Ace of Pentacles. But just like when you clean out your closet, because maybe you're planning on buying a whole bunch for like the new season, clearing that space allows for new things, right? So because you are not caught up in drama with other people, you're able to better pursue friendships or relationships with people who are on that same level with you. And this Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity. Ties back to that sunflower card, the happiness. There is definitely, I feel like, unexpected abundance coming to you. So in other words, you might know, oh, I have like this payout or I have this thing that's going to be awesome, but I feel like it's more than you expect. This Two of Wands, they're aware of one, but not looking at the wand behind them. And the Hermit is all about you being able to pursue things in a way that helps you to understand the world better. It's not being afraid of being alone, right? Why do we use the word hermit? But you also have, I feel like, a purpose. There's something here that you are focused on. This is very different in terms of how the hermit normally holds the lantern. It's almost like giving me like it's like a baby. Like there's a project or there's an achievement or there's something here that you were meant to do, and I feel like you know it or you're about to know it. This is the Earth and Bone Oracle. Did I say hello to Nathaniel? What's up? How are you doing? Number 4, Apprentice. And number 25, Burrow. Higher education, knowledge, beliefs, and wisdom, and exhaustion, lack of energy, questioning motivations, and realignment. So here's the thing. I think this has been a bit overwhelming for you, trying to keep up on what people are saying, but also what your intuition tells you about those individuals. It can be, I mean, you might think at times you're being paranoid. At other times, you might feel like you're being a doormat. I think you've been trying to find that happy medium, right? How can I make the most of what I know about people and how I want to interact with them, but still be able to, have some friends, right? There's a new start here. Maybe you move, maybe there's a new job, maybe you just start meeting new people. And these are individuals that see things very similarly to you. Another reference to the Hermit, we've got the Wayfarer, which is number 11. Contemplation, search for truth, inner guidance, and introspection. And wisdom, advancement, independent thinking, and enlightenment. The Owl, number 36. So basically you're a badass. You know things. Which means, yeah, you're not going to put up with some of the people, and it may get just a little bit lonely here and there. But I also feel like you're about to meet a number of people that you are really excited to get to know better. This is the Gilded Reverie. Number 1, the Rider, Rider. Wow. Okay. You've got somebody, like a high caliber person showing up in your life, but it does require you to take a chance, a little bit of a leap of faith. It does seem to me like this is talking about actually trusting that there could be somebody who's not a drama queen or somebody who is worth your time. In other words, don't judge this person too quickly. If you do take a moment to get to know them, I think you'll see this is a person who's more healed, more like you, right? They want to have companionship that's meaningful and built on respect. But you do have to, I think, kind of give it a moment. I don't know if it's immediately recognized or obvious to you. 29, the woman with a shirt. And 20. Yeah, I think you do figure this out, but initially there's an opportunity here for you to maybe mess it up. So do not judge anybody too quickly. There is a good person showing up in your life. They want to be a good friend or they want to be your lover. And don't scare me. Yeah, I don't know. Am I scary? I mean, here's the thing. I tend to pretty frequently get emails that say that was so accurate. Like I could get that being scary. That's fine. That's, you have to know how much caffeine to drink in a day, right? You got to know how much tarot you can handle. Oh, yes. I do think that that's been kind of in some of my readings. I will tell you this, though. I don't like to put like celebrity names in my titles. I ain't looking for trouble like that. But yeah, I do think I've had a couple of readings that are about it. So we have the Scythe, number 10. Cutting people out. Separating the wheat from the chaff? What is it? It's one of those, you guys. Somebody correct me. All right, we've got number 10, 22, and 26. In addition to the scythe, there's the stairs, which is really the paths, indicating that we have a choice. You can go either direction. The book indicates wisdom. You have come through as the high priestess. So that healing that you've been through, painful though it may have been, it enables you to make the decisions that maybe other people find a little bit too difficult to make. Maybe other people think they can keep secrets around you and they don't realize that you're quite intuitive or you pick up on things based on like behavioral patterns. But you're going to have a choice where you need to acknowledge or you need to be able to see that somebody is not a drama queen. You might be meeting another high priestess. All right, so this is the truth is. So we have missing you, longing to be with you again, and confined, feeling trapped in this connection. So I do think there's more than one person that is missing you and wanting to find a way back into your life, but you're not interested in spending more time with this person because they make you feel stuck, or with these individuals. And that is fine. If it makes you feel stuck, that's not a healthy connection, right? You don't have any time for the toxic energy. Hello, Dwayne. How are you doing? So we've got wasting time. The one you love is afraid to commit. You don't want to run into this. I think you had plenty of this to last a lifetime, wasting time on somebody. So I think selectiveness, or the fact that you're basically your own bouncer, is I'm not going to let anybody in unless I know that this loyalty element is something that I can count on from that person. If you're not loyal, or if you are dishonest, then you'll get punted. See you later. This is What's the News? Repo and SOS. I do think there's somebody, I think this would be more of a friendship situation. Some of you are having to end a friendship or avoid getting closer to somebody who likes to be a bit of a mooch, or likes to eat their friends' food, is what I'm hearing. We've got some financial issues, and maybe even somebody whose car is getting repossessed. But they are hoping to lean on somebody more than I think they're comfortable talking about, for things that they need and cannot afford. Now, mutual aid is a thing that I believe in. If you are able to help somebody, then by all means, being charitable is an awesome thing to do. But when somebody wants to be your friend specifically because they feel like they can avoid having to pay for things, or because they can use you for something, that's obviously a very different feel, right? And we've got playa. So I do think we have either a friend who is trying to use a person for some sort of financial gain, or somebody who's dating multiple people because they maybe need some financial help. So that's why there are red flags with those individuals. Hello, James. Oh, wait, you've been here. You get an extra hello. We've got chained. Wow, very similar to the confined card. So you're not interested in this energy anymore. Maybe you never were, but now you know how to avoid it. We've got spilling the beans, cat's out of the bag, untrustworthy, and receipts. Yeah. You pick up very quickly on what kind of energy people are carrying. And if they're the type to be this, you know, two-faced or have hidden intentions, you're not going to stick around and find out. I do feel like there's somebody here who's gossiping about you. I feel like maybe the friend, but we also have dirty money. There could be somebody that has been involved in things they shouldn't be, and that's why they're trying to use somebody for money or food, place to stay. We might have some drugs involved in this reading. It just keeps coming through. I don't really like, I don't know. I feel like that's part of the drama here. Someone in your past wanted to use you. And they might have wanted to use you, or they may want to use you because they have like a shopping addiction or an actual like substance addiction. But you see this behavior and you're like, no, I can call that like a mile away, right? All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I hope to see you on the next reading. Doodles.